Hey, it's Ridge Runner again. I've got an unboxing video. I've never done one. Henry on my 4570 replied yesterday, an hour or so after I sent him an email asking him if there was any way that I could put a spring in behind that ejector on the single shot, or if they could. And he replied and said, we don't have a retrofit kit or anything we can do. These are not designed for hunting dangerous game. Well, all game can be dangerous. A deer is definitely dangerous. Wild hog, could be. And all I was wanting was for it to eject the shell so I could just grab one off of this, throw one in it, and get back up on target. So, anyway, done some looking around on the internet this morning. One of the local gun shops, we got several around here, actually had a rifle I've been wanting for a while. It's a Marlin 1895 GBL. I like it because it has a 6-shot tube. In my opinion, most of them's 4-shot. Even the Henrys are 4 shots. That's a waste in my opinion. They need all your revolvers hold 5-6 rounds. They could at least make them all hold 5, then one in the chamber, and you get 6 shots. Anyway, let me see if I can hold you up here. It's a Marlin 1895. There's a info there. Open it up here. This piece was right here across. I took it off. I did open it and look in it. The thing is, what's it say? Hammer offset spur. Marlin sent me one with our rifle, which is less money than Henry. Henry don't send you one. You got to order it from Henry or somebody else. I got one with it. That tickles the crap out of me. And drop that back in there. You get the owner's manual right here. I will glance through that and read over it some. I always do on all of them. I don't read them beginning to end. I'm 49 years old and I've been shooting and hunting ever since I was old enough to hold a gun. So I don't read all the safety stuff in there. So anyway, let me set you up here somewhere. Let me see here. Where'd you go? There you are. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. Let's stand you up a little more. I'm doing this off my phone because it's an unboxing video. And so I'm guessing, since Remington bought Marlin out, this is what most people call a Remlin. I wish they'd have sent me the Picatinny rail in the box with it. That would have been nice. Alright. Made in USA, Marlin. That action's kind of smooth. Definitely going to take it in here and clean it up in a minute. Let's see if I can get over here and read that. $18.95 GBL, Ilion, New York. The Marlin Firearms Company. Well, that proves it. Yeah, 4570 government right there. It's pretty. The wood on it is pretty. I'll tell you what I like. See, your tube comes out and stops here. There's the end of the barrel. This looks proportionate. When you got a barrel sticking out here and this tube's back here, that don't look proportionate. it looks like you got something you just stuck on the bottom of it, you know. But when they're both almost the same length, this is 18.5-inch barrel. That makes it look proportionate. Let's see. Well, that's on there. I read where somebody said it, their hood blew off when they're shooting it. Action wise, I mean, if Henry ain't gonna try to help, you know, and Anthony Imperato, he says, even in the owner's manual and stuff, it's just, we want you to be 100% happy with your purchase. And we'll do whatever it takes. All I wanted to know is if they could put a spring in it for me to where it would eject, or let me put one in. So I think the barrel fit is right with the top of that right there. With my reading glasses on, I can actually see the front and rear side. I wonder if I can see them with my glasses on. I doubt it. Something bright? Yes, I can. If I put it on something white, bright. See, that's the problem I had with the Henry sights. I couldn't see the rear sight that good. This one might be farther away enough to where I can. But this one is tapped. Everybody knows about the Marlins that's ever looked into them. Fit and finish, compared, you can feel a little bit of wood. You can feel a little bit of wood right there sticking out past the metal. The Henry is perfectly smooth with the metal. This is perfectly smooth with the metal. I know this is nitpicking, I'm just pointing out. You can feel a little lip right here on top. As you get right here on the side, you don't feel none. It feels like the wood may be in under it a little. Smooth down here, but it's sticking out all the way around it. On this left hand side, it's sticking out all the way around. You can just barely feel some around there. Yeah, it's rambling. It's got the big loop, and that is pretty wood. Not as pretty as the wood on the I like the checker, and it's not as pretty as the wood on the Henry, but it is pretty. Thing I love about it, I really like that loop. It's a bigger loop. I got big hands, and if you put your hand in there, I've still got some gap. If I had gloves on, they'd come up to about right in there. If you had the other one standard where it's so thin right here, yeah, I wouldn't be able to get my hand in there with the gloves. I've had them before. Let's see. Trigger don't seem bad. Me run in here and grab my trigger pull gauge. We'll check it and see what it says. Now this is not one of them fancy digital ones. It's the Wheeler Engineering one. It works perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I'll just cock it. Yeah, they've got oil on it. I cleaned that. Holy cow. That loading gate. That's stiff. That loading gate, you got to push in on it. It's got some pressure. Somebody got one. It was a standard 22-inch barrel with a shorter tube. I don't like that look. And they said that around the edges on everything, it was sharp and cutting. They said the edges was real sharp. Everything's nice and smooth on this to me. It does have a rubber recoil pad on it. I hope it's a pretty good recoil pad. This one is heavier than the single shot, so recoil shouldn't be as bad on this one as it is with a single shot. Let's check that trigger pull gauge. See what she's doing here. Alright. Wow. 6 pound. Didn't feel like 6 pounds. Try it again. £6, 4 ounces. Let's do it again. £6, 4 ounces, so we'll say 6 pound trigger. But it don't have no take up in it. As you can, let me get this finger over here, see if you can tell. It's absolutely solid. There's no creep or anything in it. I'll put the hammer spur on it. I'll spray it and clean it, wipe everything down good, but that's a pretty rifle. I'm happy. So this is going to be my rifle I use from now on. That front side, it ain't wiggling none. Rear side has the ramp adjustment on it. Oh, and it even folds over. So if you want to put a scope on it, you can fold it down if it's sticking out too close to it. This is definitely, let's see if it's adjustable. No, just for elevation. No windage adjustment. Which that's fine. The only windage you'd adjust it windage wise would be to tap it one way or the other. I think the trigger will get a little lighter. On all my hunting rifles, my triggers are 2 to 2.5 pound. I've got a couple that won't go below 3 or 3.5, and that's fine. With this one, the trigger feels lighter than it actually is. Because there's no creep, no take up, and it ain't gritty. It just breaks. It might be a 6 pound trigger, but at 6 pound it just breaks. I could probably be I could be accurate with that. That didn't take nothing to pull that. It's a round barrel. I do love the octagon barrel. I think every 4570 made should have an octagon barrel on it. That's original to me. And the tube should be the same length as a barrel, no matter how long the barrel is. But they had they had some with held 4. I wanted this one that holds 6. Even says 6 on the box. The one thing I like about the Henry lever actions is you can still unscrew that and unload it and load it from here, as opposed to pinching your thumb off and ripping your skin right here. Trying to get them down in there. I've had a Winchester 94, model 94, 44 mag, and every single time it would pinch my thumb. Now this right here, that little gap right there, the edge of it is a little sharp, but I will I'll take my Dremel and polish that up. I don't, right here on the bottom, this piece right here on the bottom feels just a little rough on the inside flat spot right there. Excuse me. Other than that, I'm happy with it. I like it. Anyway, that's my unboxing. I'll let you go. Stay tuned for a range review, which will be coming up next day or two. Thank y'all. Please like, subscribe, share, and I need as many subscribers as I can get. Thank you. Bye.